Welcome to Travel and Transform. Are you an Indian citizen living in Canada? Have you recently become a Canadian citizen? Are you applying for your OCI card for the very first time? In this video, I'll walk you through the complete step-by-step process to apply for a new OCI card from Canada. I will go through all the details, including documents, photo and signature rules, how to submit through BLS, and how to avoid delays. The first step is to decide which service you're applying for. In this video, we'll focus on how to apply for a fresh OCI, your very first OCI card. I'll also explain the benefits of having an OCI and help you understand whether you're eligible to apply. Next, we'll go over how to determine your jurisdiction, so your application is sent to the correct processing center. We'll then cover the required documents and the fees. Before starting the online form, there are a few documents you'll need to prepare in advance. Once you're ready, I'll guide you through completing the online application form on the Government of India portal, how to book an appointment at the BLS Centre in your jurisdiction, and how to track your application status online. And finally, how to receive your OCI card once it's approved. I've added chapters in the description so you can easily revisit or skip straight to any section you need. So, if you're planning to apply for an OCI card soon, make sure to watch till the end. I will provide a bonus at the end that will help with your application package. Let's get started. Before we dive into the video, I'd like to quickly introduce you to the Travel and Transform online shop. If you're planning your next trip, visit our website timelesstrekker.com, where we've curated a wide range of travel essentials, from t-shirts, hats, caps, bags, passport holders, and phone cases to many more handy items. We have a huge selection of home essentials to brighten up your space. In addition, we have kids' clothing and pet essentials. You will also find gifts for Diwali, Halloween, Christmas, and other festivals. The link is in the description below, so be sure to check it out before your next adventure. We're adding new products every day, so keep coming back for the latest finds. And lastly, you'll also find travel-related affidavits and letters for passport renewal, OCI applications, or visas. We can also write affidavits according to your case. Before we dive into the application process, let's understand what is an OCI and its benefits. OCI stands for Overseas Citizen of India. It's a card that gives people of Indian origin many of the same benefits as Indian citizens living in India, with a few exceptions. There are three major benefits of having an OCI card. First, you can get a lifelong multiple entry visa that allows visits to India for various purposes. Second, no requirement to report to police authorities, regardless of the duration of stay in India. And third, equal rights as non-resident Indians in financial, economic, and educational matters. However, OCI holders cannot vote in Indian elections, cannot hold public office, cannot become a member of parliament, member of legislative assembly, or hold constitutional positions like president, vice president, or judge in Indian courts. Not eligible for government employment in India, cannot purchase or inherit agricultural land, farmhouses, or plantation properties, cannot apply for an Indian passport and need prior permission or special permits to visit certain restricted or protected areas in India, for example, parts of Northeast, Jammu and Kashmir, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. To apply for an OCI, you must be a foreign citizen who either was an Indian citizen yourself or have at least one of the parents, grandparents, or great-grandparents who were Indian citizens. If you were an Indian citizen at birth or became an Indian citizen on or after January 26, 1950, when the Constitution was established, or belonged to a territory that became part of India after August 15, 1947. Portuguese territories, Goa, Daman and Diu, French territories, Puducherry, Karaikal, Mahe and Yanam, princely states Hyderabad, Junagadh and Sikkim became part of India after August 15, 1947. Minors of at least one Indian citizen or OCI holders are also eligible, and spouses of Indian citizens are also eligible. However, their marriage has been officially registered and has lasted continuously for at least 2 years just before applying. Citizens of Pakistan and Bangladesh are not eligible. Foreign military or police personnel either serving or retired are also not eligible. Please note that if you ever held an Indian passport, you must first get a surrender or renunciation certificate before applying for an OCI. When applying for Indian documents like OCI cards, passport renewals, or visas in Canada, it's crucial to first confirm your consular jurisdiction. Knowing your jurisdiction helps ensure your application goes to the correct office, preventing delays and unnecessary complications. You can apply for that through BLS International, which handles OCI services in Canada. In Canada, there are 3 jurisdictions: Ottawa, Toronto, and Vancouver. High Commission of India. Ottawa covers National Capital Region of Ottawa Hull, Kingston, Comwall, Hawkesbury, Arnprior, Renfrew, Perth Prescott, Brockville, Carleton Place, Smith Falls, Morrisburg, and Montreal in Quebec. Consulate General of India, Toronto covers Ontario, except applicants residing at postal code starting with letter K, which comes under HCI Ottawa. Quebec except applicants residing at postal codes starting with letters JHK, which fall under the jurisdiction of HCI Ottawa. Manitoba, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, and Newfoundland. Consulate General of India, Vancouver covers Saskatchewan, Alberta, British Columbia, Yukon Territory, and Northwest Territories. Select the correct jurisdiction when filling out the online OCI application form on the Indian government's website. This ensures your application is directed to the proper consular office for processing. Next step is to gather all mandatory and supporting documents. Go to BLS International, click on OCI, and then select Checklist. From the drop-down menu, select Fresh OCI for adults who were previously Indians. You will need to fill out an online application, which we will cover in the next section. Before that, you need to prepare and collect the documents required for the application, as you will need to upload these documents on the online portal. All documents must be self-attested. Click on the link at the top right to learn how to self-attest the documents. From B to J and L, documents are mandatory. If you cannot find a specific category for any document, then upload it under an available category. The important thing is to ensure that all required documents are uploaded on the portal. Take a printout of your application form. You will need to sign it and attach your picture to the form. Next is a copy of your surrender certificate of Indian passport. You must surrender your Indian passport before applying for an OCI. If you do not have a surrender certificate, you need to apply for a nativity certificate, which can be used in place of a surrender certificate. Also include a copy of your surrendered Indian passport. Scan the front and last pages of the passport. You will also need to fill out the declaration form, which states that you have surrendered your voter ID and ration card. Next, provide your naturalization certificate that shows you have acquired Canadian citizenship. Provide a copy of your valid Canadian passport that will be linked to your OCI. Provide your marriage certificate if you are married and your spouse's passport copies. Provide a document confirming your permanent residency. Provide professional details of the applicant, whether you are employed, self-employed, unemployed, a student, or a homemaker. You can find affidavits for these on our website. Provide proof of your current physical address, such as a driver's license, state ID, utility bill, or lease or mortgage statement showing your current address. You will need to provide one colored photo with the physical application, as well as upload it on the portal. The photo must be 2 by 2 inches, with a white background and the face centered. Wear dark-colored clothes and keep your eyes open and mouth closed. Make sure to look directly into the camera. This is the current fee for obtaining a fresh OCI. Keep in mind that BLS will also charge a processing fee. Prepare all these documents to send to the BLS Center, along with your application form. If you do not know how to self-attest a document, then click on the link above on the top right corner to learn about it. Now, before you register to apply for OCI, you must have some documents ready. You will need a passport-size picture and an image of your signature. We already talked about the photo requirements. Make sure that the digital picture and the picture attached to your physical application are the same. Now let's go through the signature requirements. Children below 5 years of age should place the thumb impression, and children above 5 years of age should write their name or sign. Remember, for kids, the left thumb for boys, the right thumb for girls. Scan all required documents as you will need to upload them on the online portal. Now let's begin with the first step, that is registration. Go to the government website ociservices.gov.in. Click on OCI registration from the menu. Enter your last and first name, select Canada as nationality, and provide Canadian mobile number. Once registered, log in to your account. When you log in for the first time, it will open up a profile page. Enter your name, email, and Canadian passport details. Click on Online Registration, select New OCI Registration, and then Indian Origin Applicant. Review the eligibility criteria and required documents before proceeding. Click on Apply Online. This is the list of instructions to fill out the application form. You must read this before proceeding. Accept the terms and then click to proceed to OCI registration. You need to fill out 7 pages of the application form. The first page is about the applicant's personal details. Select Canada in the place of submission, and then select your consulate where you will be sending the application package. Enter your personal details, passport information, and family details. For relation with the root Indian, select Self, which means you were a prior Indian citizen and have obtained citizenship of another country. In the next screen, provide details about your current occupation, employer details, and your current Canadian address and mobile number. In the next screen, the system will generate a temporary application ID. Read the instructions for uploading a photo and a signature. Upload your passport-size photo and signature images that are in PDF format. Drag the image by using the bar below the image so that the face is in the center, and then crop the image. Repeat the same for the signature image. Then click on Upload. In the next screen, your cropped image and signature will be displayed. In the next screen, you will need to provide any criminal records against you. Answer all questions truthfully. Select how you got your Canadian citizenship and the date you became a citizen. Select India as your previous nationality and enter your Indian passport number that you surrendered after getting Canadian citizenship. Now you have to upload documents to provide evidence of your Canadian citizenship, your current Canadian address, and evidence of your roots in India. For proof of present citizenship, provide your naturalization certificate and Canadian passport. Select the document you want to upload. Scan the documents and make sure to save them in PDF format and under 1000 kilobytes in size. Choose your file and press Upload. Once uploaded, you can delete, view, or re-upload them. Now, select the next document and repeat the process. You can see that all the documents were successfully uploaded. Now, upload a document to provide evidence of your current address. The most common document is a driver's license. To provide evidence of your Indian roots, upload your surrendered Indian passport. Once you have uploaded all required documents, click Submit. In the next screen, verify all the information. Click Modify to make any changes, otherwise click Final Submit. Click on Generate Application PDF. It will download the application. Double-click to open it. On the first page, you will see your application ID. Attach a photo on the first page on top of the digitally printed photo. Do not glue or staple the photos. Use the paper clip. Take a printout of the form. You will need to sign the declaration part of the form, which will be matched with your digital signature. You will need to print this form to send it to VFS. And here's a bonus, the complete checklist of all required and supporting documents. The mandatory documents required if you are applying on your own Indian origin. Take a printout of your application form and don't forget to sign it. One passport-size photo is the same as the one uploaded online. Include a copy of your surrendered certificate. Include a photocopy of the informational pages of your last held Indian passport. Sign the mandatory declaration form of surrendering the ration card and Indian voter ID. Provide a certificate of Canadian citizenship. Include a photocopy of the informational pages of your Canadian passport. Also include a photocopy of your marriage certificate if married, and the spouse's passport if married. And if you are not a Canadian citizen, then provide your legal status in Canada. Provide a copy of your employment letter. You can ask your HR or manager to issue this letter. You can download templates for different employment statuses directly from our website. Provide proof of your current Canadian address, usually a driver's license. Appointment confirmation letter, you must have received it in your email. And also provide a cover letter. Now book your appointment at the BLS center that falls under your jurisdiction. On the BLS website for your jurisdiction, click on Submit Your Application and select Book an Appointment. Click on Sign up to register. Fill out all the details and click Register. On the side, you will see all the BLS centers and their respective addresses. You will receive an email along with a password. Log in using those credentials, fill out the details and click Continue. You will then receive another email with a link to book your appointment. Select the BLS Center from the Application Center drop-down menu and choose OCI from the Service Type drop-down menu. Then select the appropriate option. Next, select the date and time. From the drop-down menu, choose your preferred time slot and then click Book Now. You will receive a confirmation email once your appointment is booked. Print out the confirmation letter and take it with you on your appointment. On the day of your appointment, arrive at least 5 to 10 minutes early. You need to carry the printout of your appointment confirmation to show to the BLS security at the door to access entry. They'll review your documents, collect originals and photocopies, and take payment. All applicants who are 18 years and above are required to visit the respective BLS center in person to submit the application on the day of your appointment. Minors may or may not need to be present. Please check your center before proceeding. If the requirements are met and the application is accepted, originals and photocopies will be submitted for the authorities to assess. Original documents will be sent to the authorities for verification and returned via courier. You can track your application in 2 places. On the BLS Canada website, enter your submission, application and ARN number to see if your file was sent to the consulate, and on the OCI tracking page once it's under process in India. Processing usually takes 6 to 8 weeks, depending on the consulate and season. Once processed and approved, you will receive your OCI card by post. Avoid booking any travel until your OCI card arrives. That's it. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with anyone applying for an OCI from Canada. You can also check the links in the description for BLS Canada, OCI portal, and checklist. Thanks for watching and good luck with your OCI application.